you could talk about Zach Eichenberger and you know, his part of being part of this team.
Just tough as nails, extremely unselfish, incredible work ethic, just one of those heart and desire and 100% guys. So we absolutely love him.
And not the biggest guy, but in terms of, you talk about that tough as nails thing, I mean, is there anyone tougher pound for pound on the team?
No, he would. You know, I don't want to say he'd be alone at the top, but it would be a very short list.
Number one on the depth chart in terms of fullbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Last year he saw some action in terms of, you know, what is it about him?
Well, it's just that he's very conscientious. He prepares himself very well. We know he's going to go to the right place, block the right guy. He's not going to have missed assignments, and he's going to play to the whistle. And for all the things that he isn't, he's not a 4.4 40. He's not 6'2" and 240. But when a guy gives you that many intangibles, he brings a lot to the table. So we're a better team. We're a better team with him than we'd be without him. That's for sure.
And the fact that he's from here, grew up here, watching the Falcons play.
That's really the only reason we play him, so we get some local pub from it. But no, I'm kidding. I mean, that makes it an added bonus.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that anytime you meet someone on campus and, you know, that lives in Bowling Green, I mean, his name will come up frequently, as will Sean Joplin, as will, you know, all the Clay Rolfe and all the other guys that we have from Wood County and Northwest Ohio. But I mean, Zach is a great example. I mean, he came here as a walk-on and earned a full scholarship. And, you know, we tell guys that walk on here that, you know, if they work hard and become a very valuable member and contributing member of the team, that's what can happen. And, you know, same as Scott Lewis. You know, he's another guy that's from Northwest Ohio and worked hard and earned a scholarship. So those guys are proof that it can happen.
All right. A couple of quick questions, actually.
When you get the list out, I get nervous.
Yeah, no.
You're better off the cuff.
Yeah. How do you replace the most productive pass catching tandem, arguably, in the history of the college?
This is the first time I've been asked this question.
Yeah.
So, you don't replace them with one guy. I mean, it's, you know, for us to say that Matt Shills or any other quarterback is going to do what Tyler Sheehan did, and if they don't, we're not going to be successful. Or to say if a receiver doesn't step up and do what Freddie Barnes did, we're not going to be successful. We're setting ourselves up to fail. You know, what we've said to the whole group, and this started in January, that we're not asking two people to fill the role. Collectively, 4, 5, 6 guys have to fill that role. And our strength at what receiver isn't going to be that we have one guy that catches 200 balls. It's going to be strength in numbers. That even though maybe our number one receiver won't have as many catches, I would expect more production from our second, third, and fourth receiver. I expect more production from our tight end. I expect us to run the ball better and more efficiently. And so that's how you make up for it this year. And then as time goes on, maybe another Freddie, and hopefully one of the quarterbacks gets to playing at the level that Tyler did his senior year. When you hesitate on these questions now.
You know, because they're kind of untraditional.
Okay.
If you would say right now, who would you expect at the end of the season be your top playmaker?
Willie Jeter.
Why?
So, just because number one, he's our starting tailback, you know, and we need to run the ball better. We need to run it more. Secondly, that he is just so elusive in the screen game and in space. And, you know, I see the receiver position being a lot of moving parts, whereas Willie is clearly the number one tailback that we're probably going to keep him out there as long as we can.
And final one. Again, he's not traditional.
Mm-hmm.
How about the Falcons going to Ann Arbor and pulling off the upset?
Well, that's what we're working towards. But we're much more concerned right now with going to Troy, Alabama and pulling the upsets, because I'm sure we won't be favored in that one as well. So, you know, we need to make sure that by Game 4 we're playing at a very high level, because obviously to go to a Big Ten team with a storied tradition like Michigan, you know, we're going to have to be performing at a very high level to make that a competitive game. So right now we can't worry about them. That we're still worried about ourselves for about another week here, and then our focus will turn to Troy. Stock answer.
All right.